Welcome back, guys, to East 10, Nordics, where last episode, Adol and Dogi, journeying to Celceta after the events of East 2, found themselves waylaid by the pirates of the Obelia Gulf known as the Balta Seaforce, who executed the captain of the ship for not paying fees and hiring mercenary protection before taking all the passengers to the village of Carnac. Needing a job to secure passage to our intended destination, we started to explore, chatting to the locals as we continue this sweep.
Some more designed characters over this way. Wow, your hair is so red. You a foreigner? You sure went out of your way to visit this crap hole of a town. If you want to see something actually worth your time, you should just go back out to sea. And outside of you probably wouldn't understand, but I can't stand towns like these. One of these days I'm going to get out of here for sure. And the most important NPC of it all. Meow? Indeed. Meow, quizzical meow. Let's say, where's the exit?
We can't go through here.
It's like I'm blocked by is that chains or ruins? What is it? The horrible thing is, because of East 9, I'm so tempted to just jump up on everything and go across the roofs, but I don't think we can. I think the boundaries are very much set.
You there, with the red hair.
Well, here's an unfamiliar face. You must be one of the passengers from the Adamas. Is everything all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
Sorry for calling to you out of nowhere like that. We each have a child about the same age as you, so our motherly instincts kicked in.
Honestly, who do those Balta hooligans think they are, wreaking havoc left, right, and center? They impose an exorbitant toll on every vessel crossing Obelia Gulf and plunder anyone who flouts it.
Some ships, like the Adamas, will try and make their way through without drawing attention. But when they're found out, they wind up like Captain LaSalle.
Yeah. Actually, it's a shame what happened to him. I don't know. It sounded like he did flaunt the law several times, and if it is the law in the state, then I guess you should not mess with it when there seems to be a death penalty. Just or unjust enough, there is the whole point of trying not to just get randomly chopped off while doing business. But why doesn't anyone fight back is a very pertinent question.
Because ships that do pay the toll get escorted to safety by the Balta Seaforce themselves. In that sense, they do their part to maintain order throughout the Gulf, which is why the Roman Empire turns a blind eye. When all is said and done, as long as we live here, those brigands' word is law.
There are far fewer instances of pillaging than before now, so we can only assume this is for the best. Still, it would be nice if our mayor could put his foot down every once in a while.
I pity the man. Having to deal with our complaints and the Seaforce's demands has him between a rock and a hard place.
Well, that's what he signed up for when he took on the job. Anyway, you just be sure to stay out of their line of fire.
So, they are the government then, in any other way of putting it. They are the law, anyway. Anyway, listen to this, Colleen. My son's been steering completely clear of our house. Oh, that's right, he's returned from working abroad just recently, didn't he? That's rather upsetting of him, though, and after he came all the way back home too. I can understand his reasoning. Still, it's been such a long time since we've seen each other, and I'd really like to sit him down for a talk, even if just for a bit. Well, Mina here has certainly had it rough, though I suppose the same goes for us as well. When it comes to our children, we parents just can't help but worry ourselves silly over them. Oh, look at me, chatting the day away. Sorry about that. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. They're very mumming me at this point in time. Let's check out more of the town, though. We want to really explore the place. Damn, Norman's always throwing their way around. We've got an obvious destination, but this is our first exploration. We can only have one. First time. Doesn't seem like the town's on high alert. I should be okay here for a few days. Gonna have to gather intel without drawing any undue attention, though. Oh, hey there. Are you traveling too? Sure is a beautiful town, isn't it? No use asking someone who's not from around here. I need to check with the locals. What's this guy about? It almost feels like quest people already with lead-ins to their future quest stuff. Herring's half off today. Get 'em while you can. Haven't seen you around before. Let me guess, you're one of the passengers from the Adamas. That captain was new to the trade. Might be why he ignored all of our warnings and tried to pull a fast one. Don't be like him. If you want to cross Obelia Gulf, you've got to follow the rules and keep to your word. Hey dudes, I know what happens if you don't. This is the Balta Seaforce's command post. You've come at a busy time. Our princess and the others are cleaning up after that incident with the Adamas. Handling a ship that big is going to take a while. I figure they'll be back late tonight, or maybe even tomorrow. So they're not here now. Anything out this way to check out? No, seemingly not. Hey, it's Dogi. You, this is some pretty heavy lifting. Hey, Adol, find yourself a job yet? I'll enjoy the unemployed life for a bit, cheers. I know being cooped up in one place and working all day would be torture for a guy like you, but we can't travel anywhere without money, so could you try taking this seriously? I have to say, though, getting caught up in a pirate raid right after we set off is some real rotten luck. Which reminds me, didn't you say you washed up in Asteria after a shipwreck? Actually, don't tell me. Oh, it really did already begin. Actually, don't tell me. It'll just make me nervous about the rest of our trip. Thank you for mentioning the wars. We've managed... Well, actually, I guess we didn't manage the journey uncursed in some way, because something happened. Someone lost their head. But still... If we're sticking around for a while, then we'll have to make some money to cover our travel expenses. You should knuckle down and get on that job hunt too. I take it you're the son, bespectacled lad. Alright, we'll leave transporting the goods in your capable hands. Take care out there. I hear there are supposed to be some rough waves on the way to Rom today. Yeah, we've got it handled. Can't be half as scary as sailing afoul those Normans. Have to say though, kid, you sure are growing up fast. Your dad must be real proud of you. Just trying to do what's expected of me as the company's next in line. That really is a fine ship you have there, though. Do you mind if I take a look at it before you leave port? No, not at all. So long as you don't fall into the ocean like you did that one time. Kid likes ships. At last, I arrive. So this is Carnac. Soigny, woman? Soigny? It is as rustic as they say. Nevertheless, you should serve my purposes. To begin, I shall seek lodging for the day. Then I can discuss matters with a local priest. Goodness, though, what an exhausting voyage. I should have taken a nicer ship. Though I suppose evading their detection was the more pressing concern. Nevertheless, now is the time to act. Everyone's, like, shifty round here. See, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Almost feels like it could suck you right in. Sounds like you want to go in. Alright, let's have a look at the overall town at this point in time. There's still a marker for us to go to down that way. I'm just trying to check the bounds of the place thus far. When's the next ferry getting again? I better make sure I don't miss it. I say, it wouldn't surprise me if there's no one out this direction, but there's actually a ton of people. I think I'll get my shopping done at Carpent Trading today. Their wide selection's a real lifesaver, walking advert lady. There's a way out over here, or not. That might be a path for later. What's this now? Got something red floating in front of me. Damn, it's so blurry, can't make it out for shit. Just let me get my bearings here. The man lifts a bottle of liquor to his lips and takes a big swig. Ah, no, that's just stuff. What are you gawking at, Red? This ain't no show. Now, why don't you get lost? Listen here, sonny boy. It ain't nothing in the world that beats a stiff drink. Helps you see better. Helps you stop shaking. It's the best medicine for whatever ails you. The issue is the overdrinking in the first place. The body dependency. A gang of drunken Normans caused another scene in front of my store. Mayor Clement, you have to do something about this. I'll ask the mayor. Not just that, with the ridiculously high tolls they're charging, the tragedy of the Adamas will surely happen again. Everyone please calm down. I will address each of your concerns in turn. Regarding the Adamas, I am told that its captain had gone so far as to hire mercenaries. As such, he shares the blame for what transpired. We cannot afford to make careless accusations. I can't claim otherwise, but even still... Always playing the Norman's obedient little lapdog. Order must be preserved. In regards to disturbance in front of your store, I will lodge a complaint myself. However, it is also important that we maintain a stable relationship with the Balta Seaforce. Yes, they are the mightier, and that leads us down to our exclamation marks. got necklaces made of the finest Obelia Gulf pearls. How about it? I'll cut you a deal. I wonder when your father will get home. For some reason, these militia folks have been awfully hectic since morning. I'm looking for pretty shells. You want to help, mister? Maybe if it's a quest one day. Maybe if it's a quest. My son never even lifts a finger to help me. Oh, that boy. You mean the kid looking for seashells? This must be the militia place. Carnac Local Militia Headquarters. There's a flyer posted on the bulletin board. Help needed, it says. Calling all youths. A career in the Carnac Militia awaits you. Rates start at 600 gold per day, dependent on experience. Not a very generous salary, isn't it? 600 gold sounds amazing. Now what?
Oh, you got a job for us? Huh? Wait a second. Don't tell me. You're here to sign up for the militia, right? Never seen you around before, but I think we're about the same age. The name's Gren. How about you?
Adol introduced himself.
Adol, huh? Man, oh man, you've just gotta enlist. We could really use a guy like you. Wait, what's with the long face?
About the pay.
Ugh. Is that a deal breaker? It did used to be slightly better for what it's worth. But the mayor slashed our budget in order to keep the militia from being overfunded. When the Balta Seaforce says jump, he asks, how high? It's pathetic enough to drive you to tears.
So is this control over the militia to make sure there's not too many of them, highly motivated ones, to therefore make sure that no one opposes the Balta Seaforce? I think I'll join up anyway.
You mean it? I knew I liked you for a reason. The only problem is, our commander and the others are out at the moment. They should be here tomorrow, though, so feel free to swing by again around noon. Call it a hunch, but I've got a feeling you and I are gonna be fast friends. Calling all youths, a career in the Carnac Militia awaits you.
Seek me. This way.
I think we should just make a tinfoil hat at this point. Mysterious voices are only bound to get you in trouble.
Seek me. Right here. Find me.
Take it, that's my destination. This is the shipyard or docks or something for working on ships over here. I see seashells. A Lila Shell. Ah, yes, that famous jingle from the game of the shirt I'm wearing. Yes, yes. It's a white conch adorned with ornate patterns. Nothing else about it seems to be particularly unusual, however. Did I just do an extra attack by pressing that? Like a swipe attack? Or dead. Random. Do random wolves usually invade your town, people? The wolf from just now lies still, defeated. It attacked out of nowhere, so it had to be taken down. But what was it doing wandering in town to begin with? Unbelievable as it is, the wolf's wounds seem to be closing up in no time flat. It's literally invincible by the look of it. Hardy as hell.
Swordsman, can you hear me?
A girl's voice emanates from the shell picked up earlier.
They stole you mana. Enough power. Defeat.
You can now use skills. I guess this would be the first time Adol's tried to do anything except running directly at his opponent just slightly away from their weapon, isn't it? No pump combat here. Hold on1 and press circle, X, triangle, and square to perform skills at the cost of SP. Consumed SP skill points will recover over time. Long gone are the days of DVD screensaver bosses. Select skill from the main menu to assign your preferred skills to the 4 allotted buttons. How nice of the wolf to just stand there while we take our call, yeah? I'll have a raise slash, power 110, perform a slash while swiftly darting forward. Okay. Smash him up. Hello, who are you? Shall I ask who this person is on the other end of the conch shell, or is it more pertinent for me to ask what's up with the wolf? I guess if we're gonna form a dialogue, I need to know who you are.
I'm sorry. I don't... any details. My name... Lila. Who are you?
Adol spoke his name aloud.
Adol. Search Island. Come find help.
Okay. I mean, you tell me what island, thank you.
In Gulf.
Land? Lila's voice cut out completely. Adol attempted to call to her through the shell several times after, but received no response. Everyone from a distance looked at him like he was crazy. What's he doing to that shell? With the sun beginning to set, he decided to return to the inn and confer with Dogi and Dr. Flair.
So the shell spoke to you. How very curious. As for this mana you mentioned, can we assume it's some form of magic?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, of course it is. You only just got it a little while ago. That wolf you fought that just wouldn't die has me hung up too. I talked up a storm with the guys down at the docks, but none of them mentioned anything close to that.
It may well be that something is actively unfolding as we speak.
The Balta Seaforce, mana, an undead wolf, and a girl named Lila. Doesn't seem to tie in with that Sea King's throne we heard about earlier either. It's just mystery after mystery around here. You know what that means.
Is it the A word? Our newest adventure begins.
Here I always thought adventure was something you had to seek out. But whenever you're around, Adol, it seems to find us instead. Nothing like a little intrigue to spice up a trip. Finding that girl's gonna be a tall order, though. This Gulf's got more islands than you can shake a stick at.
The first step is to gather information. You'll also be in need of a ship.
I'll put my new job down at the harbor to use and poke around for some intel.
As for myself, the Azrat Clinic has hired me on as a temporary physician. I'll see if I can't find someone in town who's willing to lend us a hand.
Sounds like a plan. Let's kick things off first thing tomorrow morning, Adol.
You've skipped a step called finding out what the toll is so I don't get my head cut off by boating around this place illegally. Carnac Day 2. After breakfast, Dogi and Dr. Flare headed out for their respective workplaces. In the meanwhile, Adol decided to wander the village some more until it was time to meet up with the local militia. Who's up for a second sweep? Oh, I got message log, adventure journal, help, records, tips. Oh wow, we got distance traveled as Adol and car. Never look into the menus. The Normans are a horrific bunch. They've been raiding ships and burning down villages for a long time now. Some say that the Balta Seaforce is better than the rest, but somehow I doubt that. In any case, you can't trust them. Wish they'd hurry and clear off already. Redhead one, allow me to get a good look at you if I may. Oh, I see, so it's you. Who are you? I am but an itinerant fortune teller, and so too are you a nameless traveler. For now, just what will you accomplish here in these lands? Ah, such fascinating prospects. We meet you in the near future. I remember this crystal ball. I'm but a nameless traveling fortune teller. You, redhead one, are most intriguing indeed. Just what will you accomplish here in these lands? Ah, such fascinating prospects. Oh, you're that boy I met at the harbour yesterday. You have a room here at our inn, correct? How has your stay been? Comfortable, I'm sure. My husband's Glian cuisine is held in high esteem, and our daughter Rosa is very attentive to our guests. Yes, we Rustays do our level best each and every day. Your business is greatly appreciated. Well, did I meet her in the past? Was the past future, I think. Oh, Adol. Going out for a bit. I'm glad I caught you. Our front desk received a letter with your name on it. Okay, someone sent me mail and knew I was going to be literally here. I thought it was a little weird myself. You only wound up here because of the incident on the Adamas, and that was all pure coincidence. The sealed letter is addressed to Adol Christin. Adol tore the seal open. I'll be waiting at the town beach. That's all they wrote. There's no sender listed either. You don't suppose it's just a prank? I think I'll go check it out, personally. You will? Well, just don't bite off more than you can chew. Alright, if you'll excuse me, I have an errand that needs doing. Our tables could use fresh decorations, so I'm off to pick some flowers outside of town. Is that safe? Yes, it's right off a well-travelled road, so I'll be okay. You take care too, Adol. Percentage chance odds on that being okay. There's still a short while before it's time to meet with the commander of the local militia. Now might be a good chance to head for the beach, like the letter instructed. Alright, let's have a look at town, see that probably everyone has new dialogue again. Or no, actually, only the people that we can straight up speak to have new dialogue. Everyone that we walked to and had, like, slight talking points does not. So once you've done that, that's done. My word, that's quite an ordeal you're enduring. But while I understand your request, this is far too short notice. Make the necessary arrangements regardless, if you would. I must leave this town this very instant. Is it not your God-given duty as a priest of the Hieroglyph Church to guide those lost lambs who have gone astray? Well, that certainly puts me in a bind. You'd rather hit my weak point there. And another thing, that blithe attitude of yours. Can you not see the desperate straits I'm in? Kindly take my plight more seriously. This woman is in something of a predicament, it seems. She's being rather over-hasty, though, I feel. If only she would heed my words a tad more. So, we'll see how many sweeps are needed, but it's not the kind of Kazeki sweeps we get up to after all. It's going to be a fairly short one. Phew, we've got just enough time to make it to today's business negotiations. Are you sure we should be walking the mountain path with how dangerous it's been? Can we wait a day or two? I'm sure they would understand, especially considering that the main highway's out due to that landslide. Don't be so naive. What do I always say? In the world of business, it's the early bird who gets the worm. Here I thought I might get to ditch for the day and work on my model ships. You're definitely more interested in ships than trading, aren't you? Oh well, guess there's no getting out of it now. Oh, if only the blasted militia sorted out that landslide business yesterday. At any rate, we've got to strike while the iron is hot, and that means making it to those negotiations by hook or by crook. See exactly where we got to go to. I don't know if I should go do this side first before then heading round from the top. We'll be back later. But don't worry, I'm sure we won't get up to loads of crazy stuff between now and then. Well, that's what VODs and the YouTube Let's Plays for. My name is Flair Raul, and I'm here in place of Dr. Asrat today. Are you Dawson Everlees? What's this? Do you want to talk? Some? You best have brought some booze, yeah, mate? Yeah, you want to talk to me? That's what I said. Yeah, me, booze. Dear, please, I'm so worried about this, Doctor. I'm so sorry about this, Doctor. I'm worried about this too. It's quite alright, ma'am. First, let's get him inside and into bed. Shut that up. I don't need no damn medicine. Now get me some booze. Booze. How does Dr. Asrat typically go about this? The more details you can provide, the better. For a real case of, like, acute alcohol poisoning? I have my doubts about letting a physician from abroad stand in for our appointment, but Dr. Flair seems both skilled and easy to talk to. I just hope my husband can start to recover. That guy's gonna think, like, he's still drunk when our doctor says he came from the sky. It's not a very accurate thing for making people think they're sober again, is it? Oh, honestly, where's my father gone off fishing today, I wonder? His work ethic just gets more shameful by the day. Dr. Flair wound up having to make a house call for him. Well, those two are conspiring. Hey, watch where you're walking. Sorry, Gib, I just got a little distracted there. By the way, I'm searching for somebody. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Well, what's with the sudden interrogation? If you need help finding people, you should take it to the militia. Guess that would make the most sense, wouldn't it? If he makes a fuss, it'll put me in a fix. Oh yeah, Gib, sorry to bother you. Those things on his wrists. Oh, he's a little escapee convict. Well, anyway, I'm busy. Go ask someone else. See, we're getting information about these characters already just by chatting. And also, you never know when we might bump into a quest at random from doing such a thing. Hey, someone's full of energy this morning. Most of the locals here in Carnac are too scared of us to come anywhere near the command post, so it's pretty rare to have a guy like you strolling up for a casual chat. Everyone's very tall where you come from. The princess ran out in a hurry this morning. I thought she'd already finished dealing with the Adamas incident, though. Wonder if something else happened. I've been asking around about the throne and this Lila girl. Haven't had much luck so far, though. Would be nice to rent a boat and sky around, but these waters are completely under the Balta Seaforce's control. Step on the wrong toes, we might end up like Captain LaSalle. Probably best to come up with a good plan first. Thank you, Dogie. I'm counting on you, ex-bandits. Hey, Command did teach me a lot about how to be stealthy. We'll just have to throw whatever we can at this. What's an adventure without a challenge, right? Just gonna bring your ex-profession up. Earning an honest wage to pay off our trip ain't the worst way to kick off a new adventure. You keep up the effort too, Adol. Right then, after this I'll head back to the island and unload my inventory. Allow me to explain. Being a Norman, I held my own merchant ship. I am also permitted to travel far and wide plying my trade in other countries in addition to Obelia Gulf. This freedom of movement is something I hope to put to use in expanding my business even further. There we go, we did the rounds in no time at all. This morning's haul wasn't that bad. Not that it was any better than usual. The Normans have a stranglehold on all the fishing grounds in these waters. Oh, really? Even so, there are plenty of catches to go around. It's a real godsend for folks in my line of work. But sometimes, like yesterday, all I want to do is drink my fill. Every day I fish my heart out, followed by the occasional drink and chat with a pal after. For a simple fisherman like myself, this life is about as good as it gets. Glad you enjoy yourself. Now to the beach, where I've been called out to. Are you my mystery pen pal?
Didn't think you'd show up alone. There's something I need to double check. You're probably full of questions, but I'm in no mood to explain. Just think of this as us picking up where we left off yesterday.
Now, hold on a sec. Yeah, hang on a minute, please. I've just realized. Is there autosaves in this game? Because I haven't saved yet. What if I get smacked down? This might be East 1 all over again. Hang on a minute.
I don't take orders from you.
Power attacks. Enemies will perform a power attack after emitting a red warning aura. Note that power attacks cannot be defended against through regular guarding or evasion.
I won't hold back this time.
Just don't get near it then.
Nice try!
How can this be?
Nice try! There!
The power of mana. How'd you get your hands on it? You didn't use it back on the Adamas. I could say that much.
Adol laid everything that had happened out for the raid captainess as plainly as he could.
Lila? Never heard of her. Mana, on the other hand, is my people's concept of a formless power. Imbued in a sword, it brings forth victory. Imbued in a vessel, it grants safe passage. Only those chosen by the All-Father Har are able to wield it. Out of the Seaforce, that list starts and ends with me and my old man.
Well, how did you obtain it?
And just why should I tell a louse like you? Blood and thunder. Grieger.
Okay, what's a Grieger?
You fought one just yesterday, didn't you? Put a Grieger down with just any old weapon, and it'll rise back up again and again, wounds fully healed. Mana is the only thing that can slay him for good. Well, aren't we popular?
At that moment, Adol and the girl felt a strange sensation come over them. It was as though they each knew exactly how the other was planning to act. Their intentions flowed effortlessly between them, conveying their every move without a word.
What was that just now?
Duo mode. Hold R2 to enter duo mode, during which you can press X to perform joint attacks. Not attacking while in duo mode will place you in a duo guard stance, letting you automatically defend against enemy attacks. Okay, so how do I do? Fine, that worked. She did the job.
What in hell did you just do to us?
Well, I mean, I didn't do anything. It just happened.
At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. So long.
I've still got lots of questions.
And what would I gain by answering them? I'm a Norman, a pirate. One false move, and you might be my next kill. Can't handle that? Then pack your bags and see yourself out of Obelia Gulf. Ah! Son of a... Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What did you pull this time?
Well, yeah, that wasn't me either.
Guess not. This mana doesn't seem to be coming from either of us. It's stuck tight! Hey, quit gawking and help! This spells trouble for us in more ways than you can count. Either we get these off, or I'm sending you back with one less hand. Got that?
Adol and Kaja then attempted to use their mana abilities to free themselves. Ultimately, however, the mysterious shackles refused to come off, leaving them at a loss on what to do next. We're literally chained together. Excellent.
No luck. Might well be a curse of some kind. I hate to say it, but my old man's probably the only person we can turn to at this point.
So where's your dad right now then? We need to go.
Couldn't even begin to guess. What a mess. They call you Adol, right? We'll have to stick together for a while. Unless you fancy me lopping you off at the wrist.
Well, yeah, not much of a choice, is it? What if I need to go to the loo?
Watch it. If anyone should be complaining, it's me. My name's Karja. Karja Balta. Daughter of Grimson Balta, Jarl of the Balta Seaforce.
I figured that was the case, being called princess and all.
Already put two and two together, eh? Well, no time to waste. I'm off to report in at the Balta Seaforce's command post. It's over by the harbor, so don't fall behind.
Kaja's joined the party.